Hey there, YouTube. How you all doing out there today? Meant to get this video out to you yesterday, but I had to take a ride over to Pensacola, so we'll do it today instead. But I want to talk about 5 practical plant-based weight loss tips. This is probably one of the things I get most questions about. People send me DMs on Instagram. Sometimes people write emails to me. But they're always asking me, hey, I've been vegan, I've been plant-based, I've been raw for however many months, years, or whatever, but I just don't seem to be dropping the weight. And I think a lot of times people think just when they switch over to a plant-based diet, that's it, that's enough right there. The weight's just going to drop off because now they're eating a plant-based diet. But not all plant-based diets are equal. Not everybody eats the same, and not everybody prioritizes the same things. One of the first tips, and this is something I'm always telling people that maybe they don't think about, and that's to drink water. Stay hydrated. If you struggle with snacking or eating too much at meals when you sit down, or just whatever, you're not able to control your food, try doing this. Get up in the morning and just make it a practice to drink 32 ounces of water before you even have your first food of the day. No, I don't do that because I'm okay. I'm not trying to lose weight. But if you are, that's just a good way. You don't just break the fast of the night before by just going nuts. And a lot of times people, especially when they are new to this lifestyle, they just wake up in the morning, okay, I'm hungry all the time. I need to eat. So if you'll drink 32 ounces of water, it'll give you some hydration to start the day. Plus, it's going to fill your stomach a little bit, and then when you do eat, you're not going to make bad choices or eat an insane amount. One of the most practical things out there is eat less fat, and even eat less of the good fat, and especially oil. If you're trying to lose weight, listen, I'm not getting into the never oil or eating oil, including oil on a regular basis, but if you're struggling with your weight, I would highly advise cutting the oil completely because it's solid fat. It's nothing but fat. Let's see. Got a tablespoon here. Just filling this little bit up here has like about 150, 170 calories. And I don't even know how many grams of fat that it has in it, but it's too much. And I would even say the whole fats like avocados, nuts, things like that. I would really limit those more so than in other times when you're trying to lose weight because the fat you eat is the fat that you're going to wear. And something that I don't eat much at all anymore. I'm not like, okay, I'll never eat this again, but even though it's plant-based, coconut is just pretty much saturated fat. And I've heard people try to do this scientific alchemy about how but it's different because it's coconut, but no, it's saturated fat. So be a little bit more careful with the omega-6 fats, and it's a good time to boost that ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. Eat more of the omega-3s. Use your flax seeds, use your hemp seeds, use your chia seeds, and get some of that good fat. I don't really talk that much about intermittent fasting, and because I think a lot of it is just gimmicky, and a lot of the ways people use it are gimmicky. But I guess in a certain sense, I do intermittent fast, and I do recommend. There's so many people. Listen, another tip. Like maybe if you lost the weight, or maybe if you're not trying to lose weight, you can do this. You need to shut it down after dinner, and I would also recommend having your dinner early. This sitting around and snacking in the evenings. People do whole videos about, here's a little snack you can sit while you're sitting and watching Netflix. Well, you don't need to do that. Our digestion needs a rest. So every day, and this is like I say, me not deciding, okay, I do intermittent fasting. Almost every day, I have my last meal, I don't know, around 4 o'clock, sometime as late as 5 o'clock. And I don't usually eat until about 9 o'clock the next morning. So what is that? I'm getting like maybe 15, 16 hours. So I pretty much eat I do eat within an 8-hour window. So I think if that's something else, if you try that, I think that'll help you as well. If you're struggling, another thing I don't do because I'm not struggling, if you're struggling, write it down. Write down everything you put in your mouth. Write down how much of everything you put in your mouth. and use a scale. There's too many people out there that are just like, oh no, man, I don't like to use a scale. I like to go by how I look, and that is important because it's not so much that that number on the scale is important. Just for me, it just kind of keeps me within a range, and it's worked for me my whole life. Even before I came to a plant-based diet, I always kept a scale around, and I didn't necessarily get on it every day, and also too, I guess this is why I never had a big weight problem, although I had up and down weight issues, always gaining 20, losing 20, is I had a ceiling. Like I had a number that I was not going to go above. So, I always went through these patterns where I'd lose some weight, get back in shape, and eventually, yeah, I would get out of those healthy habits and I'd start gaining some weight again. But I always had that ceiling. I was not going to go. I wasn't going to get up to 200 and then 240 and then 250 and then 300. Once I hit my ceiling, it was time to start, bringing it back down. So write things down. Don't be afraid to use a scale. Now, if you're having like mental issues about a scale, that's way above my pay grade. I don't know what to tell you. I know some people that are like, they freak out if they go into a doctor's office. So I don't know what that's about, and I'm not making any judgments on it. I'm just saying, just saying. Also, it's important to know too, and this is also the reason why it's a good thing to have a scale around and being very observant of yourself, is our metabolism slows down. I was DMing with Melissa, I think it was last week, a couple of weeks ago or whatever, and I was telling her like that this last year especially, my metabolism has slowed down quite a bit. I'm 59 years old. Our metabolism slows down, and even though I'm starting to get more active, it seems to have been it's a little bit slower now than it used to be. So I have had to, like, for the longest time on this lifestyle, I have had to just go, pardon my language, balls to the wall every day eating just to keep up, just to keep weight on. Well, I started noticing about 8 months or so ago, I get on the scale, I'm like, oh, I'm up a couple of pounds. And then I just started noticing I'm eating the same amount. And then I started just cutting back just a little bit. Now, what do I mean by cutting back? I'm not saying I started restricting or doing anything else. It just was as simple as, like, say, my green smoothie, for instance. There was a time when I'd put 8 or 9 bananas in my green smoothie. Maybe now I only put 4 or 5 in there. Or other food, other meals that I'm having. I've honed it, and I've figured out how to downsize those meals to what I need now. Because, that's just a fact of life. Whether we're eating plant-based, keto, whatever, we're going to age. These people that think we're going to just kind of like breathe, live on air, and live forever, well, you're going to be disappointed. But anyhow, just hope those are some practical things that you can use if you've been struggling. Always kind of try to fill in those gaps. Maybe you use one of these and it helps put you over the edge, and then you're able to lose that weight. But once again, and I'll finish with this, like I repeat myself, and I do that a lot, just over and over and over the same simple things, is if you focus on not like, what do I feel like? What do I have a taste for? Ooh, this would be good today. I want some of this. You fill those nutritional needs. You say, okay, am I getting my greens? Am I getting, for me, it's my sprouts. Am I getting my seeds? Have I had some variety today? And I start putting all these things together, and then I'm like, there's not a lot of room left for me to make bad decisions. So anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you one more time before it's over. Peace.